The night was suffocatingly silent, wrapped in a thick darkness that seemed to swallow the jungle whole. In the middle of ancient ruins, a ritual fire burned inside a cracked Havan pit, its flames flickering as if alive. Sitting before it was Agoram, the most feared and respected priest of the village. In front of him stood a terrifying idol, its body like a man, but its head that of a buffalo. Within its hollow stomach burned a blazing furnace. Chanting in a low, haunting voice, Agoram completed his ritual. Without hesitation, he lifted a small infant and threw the child into the fire within the idol. A sharp, heart-wrenching cry echoed for a moment before being swallowed by the flames. Instantly, the fire roared violently, and the idol's eyes glowed with a deep, blood-red light. Agoram burst into mad laughter, declaring that Molak Dev had awakened, and now the village would prosper. By morning, the entire village was filled with whispers of the successful sacrifice. The people believed their suffering, drought, disease, and famine would now end, for their deity had accepted the offering. But this belief came at a terrible cost. Every new moon demanded the sacrifice of a child. Among the villagers was Sarla, a helpless widow whose young son was chosen as the next offering. She cried, begged, and refused to give up her child, even offering her own life in his place. But fear had hardened the hearts of the people. They dragged the boy away and locked him inside the ruins. That night, Agoram fed the child something that made him unconscious and carried him to the idol. Placing him before the burning furnace, he whispered that a pure soul was being offered. As the flames rose again, the air turned heavy and unnatural. Ash began to swirl in the air as if controlled by an unseen force, gathering into Agoram's outstretched hand. His eyes glowed red as he whispered that his power was growing stronger, and his inhuman laughter echoed through the ruins. Unbeknownst to him, a man named Rakesh was hiding nearby, witnessing everything. A government officer sent to investigate why children had stopped attending school, Rakesh had uncovered a horrifying truth. The missing children were not gone, they were being sacrificed. The next day, Rakesh confronted the villagers, revealing Agoram's deception. He explained that there was no god, no divine curse, only Agoram's manipulation. The drought, the illness, the fear, it was all part of his plan to control the village. At first, the villagers hesitated, torn between fear and truth. But when an old man stepped forward and revealed that Agoram had taken his grandson years ago, something shifted. The illusion broke. Agoram, now exposed, tried to defend himself, claiming he was beyond gods and that the sacrifices gave him unimaginable power. But his words no longer held control. The fear had changed direction. Enraged and betrayed, the villagers seized him. Despite his struggles, no dark force came to save him this time. They dragged him to the same idol and threw him into the blazing furnace he had used for countless innocent lives. His screams echoed through the ruins before fading into silence as the fire died down. In the days that followed, the village slowly returned to normal. Children's laughter filled the empty streets again, and the shadow of fear seemed to lift at last. But peace did not last forever. On a dark, new moon night, a lone figure returned to the ruins with a shovel in hand. He began digging where the idol had been buried, uncovering it piece by piece until its terrifying face emerged once again. Kneeling before it, the man smiled and whispered that it was time for his father to rise again. A flash of lightning illuminated his face, revealing glowing red eyes and a chilling smile. He was Agoram's son. And in that moment, it became clear that the nightmare was not over. It had only just begun.